There we go. That should be all good. Hello, testing, testing. Please message me to know that I am talking. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please message me on Discord, because that'd be very helpful. Cool, that is all that I needed. Yep. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. So just making sure, I suppose you kind of know what's going on. Cool. Thank you. Ready, I will make an introduction. Hello! Everyone, it is the XRL Exhibition race here at Britain. My name is Dropwood. I will be your commentator for this evening. We have a pretty full-size lobby for us today. We've got 18 drivers. Seeing as this is my first time commentating for this league, I haven't got an idea of who I should be looking out for as of yet, but I'm sure as this goes on, we will figure out who is who. As we just wait for the session to log in. Oh, that's everybody loading in now. That's not a good sign. Come on, everybody load in. That'd be very helpful. There we go. See, today's track was randomised, and I'd say quite a good randomisation, as Britain is a fantastic circuit to go around. It's very fast, it's very flowing, and obviously relevant for the time being because it is the destination of the last two Grand Prix in real life Formula 1. Obviously, Max Verstappen won the race today, and you have to wonder if the Red Bulls will be able to replicate that. That is a McLaren. It is. We'll hop on board with them. Who's on board? There goes Mercedes. There we go. First out for this exhibition race, it is Hazel, or Hazel. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, will tell me. And the soft tyres, I know with qualifying this race, you have to be aiming for 126, 127 kind of lap time to really get into the top 10 at the very least. Obviously, as I'm not familiar with the drivers in this league, I do not know their skills or capabilities or how fast they all really are. However, the exciting thing about this being an exhibition race is that it is completely randomised, the track was randomised, and the drivers randomised. So we've got a mix of top tier drivers with some development drivers to get a nice share of skills. And there we go, got the message through. It will be fully dry for this exhibition race, so it will should be just fine. Shouldn't be too much drama, let's hope. As Hazel comes to this line and start his first qualifying lap. Obviously, with this being Q1, after the qualifying sessions will be split. Obviously, bottom four drivers will be taken out of the session as we progress, and eventually have our top 10. We need telemetry and a mini map. All good. So you don't want to be too picky about the set times so far, as I know as Hazel is the first driver around this track. The sectors times will always be purple. There we go, little down brakes through the S's. Perhaps a bit slow around there, but picks up quickly. DRS goes up, immediately changes down there for a second. I wonder if that was a mistake. He comes down the track at 204 miles an hour through the fast chicane. Fast left right here, and put your foot down, bury it, full left hand lock, and the first lap is a 1:26.3. Very good starts. As we see the next driver is of has 1:27.09, and that's a good start from the drivers as well. Hutch getting a 27.2, I suppose. Ratcats getting a 1:26.001. 0.02 of a second coming from to get a 1:25 time there. I'm sure there will be one of those during the session. Go through to Ryan Hurricane, who's about to come on and complete his lap. Oh no, that's an out lap, sorry. There you go. Go to Zola, who has already validated his lap. As Ren crosses line, will he match the times? 1:27.48. So-so times so far, but obviously so far could be a very good time, could be a very bad time. As Patriot gets a 130.1. And one of them went wide. Perhaps that is the case. As XRL has the coming back and goes into the pits. I believe Flying Wallaby will be going in to complete a lap. As he goes through, fast through the right-hander and sets a... Oh, he didn't set a lap. Invalidated. So Danny JJ02 going through fast across the line, 127.2. Red Bull, I believe that's a Red Bull. It is a Red Bull, and that's Rats again. It's 25 haven't set a lap time yet. Go to Ryan Hurricane, who's about to set a lap time, I believe, a 126.3. Also, very good time. Seems to be a very fast lot, these drivers, and let's hopefully see they can see their racing points as XRL Patriot improves his time by 0.2 of a second. 152.9. Surely that's a spun lap. Let's hope it is. As we go to Flying Wallaby 19 with the green helmet on the 99 of Giovinazzi. Goes through to the right, fast right-hander, and sets a lap time of. Didn't set a lap time. Oh no, he does. 126.766. So we have a rough idea of our time so far around this track, as Ratcats gets another fastest lap of 125.641, looking fairly unbeatable in this session so far. However, given as we are in Q1, that could change very quickly. The smooth E25 who invalidated, XRL Turbo who's also invalidated. Let's us jump in with XRL Patriot, who will be the next car to finish a lap. I forget what the corner names are, so I don't want to mess it up. There you go, fast, right, left, or left, right even. There we go, and that won't be who's setting a lap. Electric Fritz E25 improves, but only goes up one space. We go with a 128.5. Haven't seen any fast laps as of yet, however we can always hope. I'll go for a little bit here as he sets a purple sector 2 time. Through, gets a toe off the Red Bull. In through, puts his foot down as he can, a little bit wide on the corner. Hard as he can on the brakes. Left, right, puts the hammer down, and he sets a time of 125.7. Only missing out on the top spot by 900ths of a second. It's a very, very good start for this league, and indeed this exhibition race. So the only Williams driver of the day will change to XRL Turbo, see if he can set a lap time. I know I've said this many times at full throttle. 129.6. You can tell there's a bit of a divide in the skills of this league, but I'm not complaining. It's all very interesting to commentate over. Hazell has invalidated his lap, so we'll just skip over him for a little bit. As we get our second Ferrari driver, Damien 155, who hasn't invalidated their lap. Go for a driver. There we go. As Beard Boost comes out to settle up, I presume. Williams coming through. You also have, there you go, ES Fiend 17 coming through. Left, right, foot down. What we remember for this track is, and he gets a 127.9. Will Roman Grover go any faster? He does not. We focus on Suzuki 35, who's on cool down lap. And XRL Exhibition, who is also on the cool down lap. I imagine Beard Boost has just come to maggot some. The hook is what it's called. Gotta remember that. There we go. Left, right, fast as you can. Put the hammer down, and improves a 126.019. Puts me third in this qualifying session. XRL Asda, who has invalidated his lap. Driver who hasn't invalidated, we will focus on for this lap. As XRL Zola, who's on a cool down lap. I believe ride on with Hazel again. Boost Chapel, keep your foot in. He's not got very much ERS left, so I'm not sure how that affects his lap time. Whether it improves or not will be very much the question. Down a couple of gears, back on the throttle. DRS was a little late to activate it there, but I'm sure he will make it up through these next corners. All bit careful on the throttle there, doesn't want to spin the car, and he goes into the pits. Ride with Hurricane, who will hopefully finish his lap. Brakes on, fully on, left, right, locks up a little bit, and puts the foot down to set a time of 126.3, only 300ths of a second from his original lap time. And go on for a driver that hasn't validated. XRL Touch in the black Mercedes, yellow helmet, black Mercedes. Ooh, with the straights. Set a purple set time for a short time there. Again, full throttle, through right hander, left. And right, foot down. Danny JJ AO2 improves on his lap time, gets a 125.907, and Hutch also improves on his time by getting 1 second faster. As we now focus on the Mercedes of XRL Patriots. Goes full force, again 204 miles an hour through that straight, and brakes left and right. Might as well get a finger card at this point. The amount of times I say left and right. And can he improve on his time? No, he can't. Starts his lap, and we shall ride with him until he completes that very well and validates it. Close eye on the leaderboard here, see if anybody improves on their times. Also, we ride with Ryan Hurricane here. We've got only 3.5 minutes left of the session. If anybody wants to get a last ditch attempt on a fast lap, they would have to do it now. The way things are going at the moment, it will be Beard Boost, Patriot, Turbo and Electrifix going out of this session early, as they have to watch on the sidelines for other people to get their time. Haven't seen any improvement from this so far. Goes a bit wide through there, sliding a little bit. And puts his foot down, activates DRS. Will improve. I know he's half a second behind on his time. So that is what 3 laps loss will do to you. And Asda has retired, and so has Rem. The lap times they set are good, or very well might have binned it. As we ride on with Damien 155, the driver in danger, as it very well would be, lagging a little bit, but I'm sure it won't be too much of an issue. Flat to the floor, Hutch retires. I'm sure he'll be confident with his lap time. CV cut-off point being 1:27.6, and he invalidates. Damien 155 invalidates his lap. May very well live to regret that. As we focus on the other Ferrari driver, who is on an outlap. We shall focus on XRL Exhibition instead. The slowest driver in this session so far puts his foot down through the corner. Always a 10th behind on his lap time, but hopefully he can improve. Otherwise, he may very well be in a lot of trouble. As well, Hurricane retires from the session, undoubtedly very confident with his lap time. And XRL Patriot invalidates and may very well have just messed up his last hot lap as well, and will probably finish bottom of this session. Very unlucky to him. However, he will start on fresh tyres for the next race. As we now focus on Electric Chris, who hasn't invalidated so far. He goes through. Does he improve by 0.7 of a second? But it will not make any difference. He does not go up high enough in the standings to get out of Q1. The AS Fiend getting in 12th place. There you go. Our new driver in danger is XRL Zola in the Force India, as we have 4 more cars on track. Both Ferraris pit. They are both out the session, a bit like Ferrari in real life, but SRL Patriots will be out the session. On track. DS Fiend made it out of Q1 with a frankly blistering lap time of 1:27.0, and as everybody retires on the end of the session. So our results, Beer Boost gets a fastest lap with 1:25.601 with Ratcap hundredths of a second behind him, and XRL Cargo 1:25.7, all very tight up in the top 3. A little bit further down we've got Danny JJ AO2, Hazel, Retro Rixie, Brian Hurricane, XRL Low, XRL Rem, Flying Wallaby 19, Smoothie 25, ES Fiend 17, Asda, Hutch, Zola, and Damien 155, Electric Fritz ES, Turbo and Patriot all end the session in the bottom 4 and will not make it into Q2. as the session comes to an end with just Patriot on track. We will watch him just come through last car on the track, and we are waiting for him. AI has taken control, and we're still going. I suppose we'll have to wait till the end of this session to actually get into Q2. Patriot, maybe you should have adopted a better strategy, as he had 6 lap-old softs, which are twice as old as any other fastest time plus that on in 19th. Sadly, making out, being knocked out of Q1, very difficult thing to go through. As we see XRL Patriot, XRL Turbo, Electrifix CS, and Damien 155 all out of the first session. So Zola perhaps quite lucky to make it into Q2. As for Hutch as well, all fairly tight in for lap times. See, that may very well change as these qualifying sessions go on. Oh, somebody's getting out for that already. We shall see the driver. That is the Red Bull of... no, that's the McLaren of Beard Boost. As to coming out first before Beard Boost in the McLaren on the medium tyres, surprisingly. Go. A lot of drivers starting on the medium tyres, perhaps. Could be an interesting strategy to get into Q2. Gear boost will be setting the first lap time of this session. Yellow flag in sector 1 already. Is Hutch having just spun out there. Sorry, I didn't see. Unfortunately, Hutch having lost a lot of his wing there, so we'll have to limp the car back home on the return for a fast lap as we ride on board with Beard Boost here. Beard Boost followed very closely by as Danny JJ02, as they say, should be the first cars to set that time. However, we join Beard Boost for the start of his lap. Lap to floor, you see, flat out through this right-hander, again followed by a left-hander. Keeps up on track, doesn't have a hint of slip about him, as that's another yellow flag in sector 3. Don't seem to be anything on the mini-map as of yet. ERS activated. ERS comes low, has left the session. That may very well be connection problems for him. If so, very unfortunate. I hope we pin. A foot flat to the floor, approaching Chapel. May have some traffic ahead of him. Hopefully they won't interfere too much with his lap time. Fast through the S's, hopefully won't invalidate. Change down twice, and quick foot down, and DRS open. Obviously he's setting pub sectors, but then again, he's also the first driver to set any lap times at the moment. As he comes up behind an Alfa Romeo. There you go, as Lowe joins back in. Left, right, put your foot down, and let's see what the first lap time of the session is going to be. A 1:26.2 on the medium tyre. That is very impressive. Well done. Danny JJ AO2 also sets a very similar lap time of 1:26.4. That's right. There you go. Flying Wallaby sets a fastest lap time on the mediums of 1:25.9. Right. However, he is on the soft tyre and probably and most likely has the grip advantage. As we follow on with Hazel, the second McLaren driver. As we see somebody spun and he's invalidated this lap, unfortunately for him. Now ride along with somebody that hasn't invalidated their lap. There you go. XRL Cargo also on the mediums, only one driver having used a top set tyre so far, which is surprising to me. However, obviously every driver is saving their tyres for the final qualifying session. There you go. Brake, left, right, put your foot down, hold it in, left lock, runs out of VRS. That's a 1:26.6 out of the lap. As we see Asda go through, left, right, put your foot down, and sets the lap time of. I didn't set a lap time. Behind slightly. No, just hadn't set a lap time. You know, as Black Cats come through, follow with the Racing Point boys as they set their lap times. 1:27.8 for Zola, as Rem does not set a lap time. Along with Hurricane, who will most likely go into pits. Again, somebody who hasn't invalidated their lap yet. There you go. We shall. There we go. We'll ride with Hazel. You'll have to tell me how that's actually pronounced. Got a yellow flag all over the track. Not sure what that's for. Or as we see Hazel come up to the final corner and sets a time of 1:26.3. Yeah, another very good lap time on the medium tyre. Better than I could ever do. The Alfa Romeo going really slowly along after Chapel, probably to try get himself some free space. As Asda comes in to set a lap time of 1:27.81. All very good lap times. However, as Ratscats sets a fastest lap time of 1:25.82. Now that is a fantastic lap time, especially on free lap old medium tyres. As we shall ride along with him for a bit, waiting for somebody to set another lap time. Lowe, who was disconnected from the session earlier, is on his out lap. I'm finding people either invalidating or on their out laps. I'm very sorry about this. It's not very interesting content. Again, Rector Rixie Also having invalidated his lap time, obviously we've still got 7 minutes of the session left, so we've still got plenty of time to find that lap. If you follow on with Hutch here. Activates the RS. Again, sorry if you can't hear me over the engine. It's yeah, I might have to change that later on. So left, harsh right, and then even harsher right you can put your foot down on. And he sets time of a 1:27.0. Very good performance from the Mercedes drivers as we wait for Metric C, Low, ESV 17 and Smooth E25 to actually set their lap time. Find somebody who is on track. Oh, there we go. I caught that. There we go. Zola accidentally spinning through there. Not sure what might cause that. Maybe you just lost it. However, his car does not look damaged, so I'm sure he will be just fine. I was saying that both he and Azza are in the danger zone of not making it into Q3. They're all in the pits. As we follow Low on his hot lap, barreling it down, sets a purple sector one time. We might see a fantastic lap from the Williams driver. Not sure what's happening there. There's just a sound glitch, I think. Maybe I'm slightly lagging behind. Something he wasn't very happy with there at all. Doesn't seem he is setting a lap time anymore. Now ride on board with... No, I'm going to spin on with him. That's 325, there we go. Sorry if I get the driver mixed up. As he gets a purple sector 2. Smooth, as his name says, through the long right-hander, down into the chicane, and gets a lap time of 1:27.5. That is surprising, seeing as he got the purple sector time. Here Bruce retiring in the pits, obviously confident that he will make it into Q3. And Fly Wallaby does the same, and so does Hazel, or Hazel. Again, he'll have to message me if he wants me to pronounce his name wrong. Ride on board with ESV on the medium tyre. See if he actually sets a fast lap time on this compound. Through Maggots and Beckett's, and onto the activates the RS almost instantly. Every driver getting into the 204 mile/hour mark or thereabouts on the cusp of 105 as he puts his foot down, hits the curb and gets a 1:27.4. 3 minutes left of the session. This is the time when drivers want to be really showing up and getting their A game sorted. Rem on the soft tyre on his hot lap to try and make it into Q3. As he sets a purple sector 1 through hook. Put his foot down, there we go. Plenty of DRS considering he is on the hot lap as he goes from Chapel maybe could have stayed in the 180s there, but I'm sure he won't be complaining if he gets into Q3. Through Maggots, Beckett's, change down to accelerate, DRS, gets the sector 2 time. He may very well get a personal best in the session and the fastest time of the session on the fast tyre. As we come through to the final corner, does he make it the fastest time? Makes it a 1:26.4. Again, getting two purple sector 2 times. That is very surprising. So Asda now gets the purple sector 2 time. Of course, he is on his hot lap. Again, will want to make it into Q3. Can he do it? I'm sure he hopes he can. There we go with the green helmet. He sets a time of 1:26.6. Now that could very well secure his place in Q3 with many drivers on their outlaps. I'm sure he will not be fully confident yet. Your eliminated few so far being Hutch, Lowe, ESV in 17, Smoothie 25 and Zola. Your ramp being validated. Asda and ESV retires from the session, which relegates him in staying in Q2 won't make it into Q3. Ride on here with Retro Rixie. And the number 3, Danny Richter. Many drivers on the soft compound tyre in this lap, and that was, I believe that was Cargo, unless I'm very much mistaken. No, not Cargo. Somebody set a good lap time there, I'm not quite sure. Sorry about that. As Retro Rixie invalidates his lap and ruins his own lap time. Hutch getting in with a 1:26.4. Gets in just fine, whereas Smoothie 225 also does not make it into Q3. Right on board with these drivers. Retro Rixie staying in P12. May not be happy with that. Now Ryan Hurricane, can he get out of Q? There you go, 1:26, dead pretty much as he gets into it, and Cargo missing out on Q3 after invalidating his lap. No, that is very much it. Your Q3 drivers are Black Cats, Flying Wallaby 92, Hurricane, Beard Bruce, Hazel, Danny JJ AO2, Hutch, Ren, Lowe, and Asda. Is missing out are Cargo, Retro Rixie, ESV in 2017, Smoothie 25, and Zola. I'm sure they'll be very annoyed with that. A couple of messages through. Zola saying never been good there. I'm sure you'll do just fine in the race. As Hazel has now messaged me to tell me that it is Hazel. Thank you very much, Hazel. Also tells me, good job, keep it up. I will do my very best. On to the last 30 seconds of this session. To every driver controlled by the AI at this point. just got to wait for the session to end. There is your top 10, and unfortunately, drivers not making it into Q3: Zola, Smoothie 25, ES Fiend, Retro Rixie, and Cargo. All setting times on the medium tyre, obviously probably invalidated their laps on the soft tyre. However, I believe it will be the next session that will separate the men from the boys. See how we can do. Very diverse lineup of drivers, to be fair, as the only team with 2 entries in the final qualifying session is the McLaren of David Boos and Hazel. That's it. I almost forgot for a second there, mate. No worry. No, it is all good. As we hear a car starting, I believe that's Beard Boost again, and the Red Bull of Ratscat 92, they are eager and very well might be fighting for that Q1, whereas XRL Low gets ahead of Beard Boost. There we go, as we come onto the track for our final qualifying session. Everyone will have to watch on and hope they can get a good time. And it was Hazel again, not Beard Boost. May very well get the 2 McLarens mixed up, and I am sorry for that. So let's the play. Going to be watching Hazel and Ratscat throughout this qualifying session, as I'm sure they will be trading P1 for a long time during the session. Obviously, only get 12 minutes, so they won't have very long to trade it for. So, they'll move on. Hazel comes in to start his qualifying lap. Sector 3, yellow flag at Jesku. He sets off a little bit wide, doesn't invalidate his lap. So, through the elbow, get your foot down. Another yellow flag in sector 3 again. Driver's just being slow through there. It's bound to happen. On the way to put DRS wide open, as we have Flying Wallaby having spun out. Obviously, that flat out corner can catch some people out. Hopefully, it has done no damage to Flying Wallaby. However, he will still be very annoyed with that. And I forgot to get the details up. Sorry about that. Setting a purple sector 2, as he is the first driver to set a lap time. I'm expecting 125s and 126s across the board for these 10. looking through the final corner. Our first time in the session is a 126.199. I'm sure Rats Cats would have something to say about that if he hadn't invalidated. Low might very well answer that with a 126.9. Keeping it a bit slow at the moment. No, there you go, Beard Breeze. Thank you for not proving you. Thank you for not proving you wrong. There you go, 125.1. A good benchmark for our drivers. Asda now gets a 126.9. That final YB obviously won't be setting up. However, Ryan Hurricane very well will be with a 125.95. We've got 1/5 of our drivers in 25 so far. We find who else is on a lap. We've got Rats Cats and Danny JJ02 on a lap at the moment. Both cars I shall watch. Rats Cats first. Because I'm sure he won't be happy with invalidating his last lap. He will come up with a good lap time so far. Yellow sector through sector 2, nothing to note. As the final corner sets a time of 126 dead. Let's see if Annie JJ02 can do any better than such. As such goes Danny JJ02 get a 125.3. It would be both Renault powered cars trading for the top step. Missing out on the race lap. Obviously, the nerves drivers must be feeling at the moment, as they do have to try and not mess up their lap times and must not invalidate them as well with a shorter time period to do it in. You're going to have less opportunities to set a fast lap. As we ride with Hutch here in the black Mercedes with golden and red helmets. I do like that design very much, I will admit. Go for us to get the DRS sorted. Moves over to the left-hand side of the circuit to get the best line. A little slower than some of the drivers have been in the last sessions. Comes up and will claim a decent looking time. We'll get a 26 something. There you go, a 126.621. Now, if you look at that, viewers, you will see that Hutch's time is the same forwards as it is backwards, which, well done to him. I know for a fact that won't be planned, but I think that's just quite funny. As you see on there, the coming to set first lap time of the session. Oh no, he doesn't. Goes into the pits as Ryan Hurricane improves on his time, getting a 125.6. Follow on with one of the. We shall follow cars on their outlap as we shall follow Rem for the time being. His ERS in the build-up lap. We'll be getting ready. Obviously, only drivers not to set a lap time so far in this lobby have been Rem and Flying Wallaby 19. Rem will now start his lap and hope to get the best out of the car. With just under 4 minutes to go in the session. Everybody's going to be coming out of. Oh dear, I've missed something. There we go. Don't worry, it's all good. I haven't missed it yet. There we go. He will be wanting to set as good a lap time as he can. We see the McLaren in the background as Rem sets a best sector 1 time. Round hook. Put your foot down. Hug this next corner as you go into Chapel. 90 miles an hour. Very violent corner that, as he stays in the 180s, to be fair to him. Through Maggots and Beckett's. Thought he wasn't going to change into 5th for a second there. A little bit wide in the corner, and it invalidates his lap, unfortunately. We shall ride with Hazel. No, he's on his out lap. Any drivers not on their out laps at the moment. There you go, we shall ride with Lowe, the solitary Williams in this session. As we come up to having only 2 minutes left in the session. See, he'll be hoping to set a good first lap. Yellow flag in sector 1, nothing special. He sets a lap time of 1:26.01. Yeah, very respectable. The Flying Wallaby may very well be wanting to set his lap time sooner or later, and so will Rem. Obviously, if they want to be setting that lap times, they need to be getting out of the pits immediately. As we ride with Ratscats as he comes through the left-right. SRL Hutch and Rem retiring from the session. Must not be wanting to set their lap times. However, I'm sure Flying Wallaby will be wanting to set a lap time to get ahead. Go through to Ratscats, who sets a time of 1:25.2. We've had half of our drivers set a time in the 1:25s in this session. We now watch the secondary McLaren. Doesn't improves on his time by 1/10. However, it does not improve his position. We shan't be watching just any drivers wanting to set a lap time will have to get a move on and get to that final, get through to the line before the time runs out. You see Ryan Hurricane, the only driver on a hot lap, so we will ride with him once everyone else has set that up. Any JJ AO2 go through left and right. Put your foot down, there you go, mate. Sets time of 1:25.3. The first driver to finish this session goes up 2 places. Very well done to him. We shall ride with, as long as they're not doing lap times. Is all Beard Boost doing a time? Yes, he is, and he sets a fastest sector 2 time, maybe hoping to be the only driver setting a 1:24 time. He's probably in the best shape to do it in, as he goes on and sets a time of 1:24.8. A blistering lap from the McLaren. Now ride with Ryan Hurricane, who will be wanting to improve on his lap time. On the fresh softs, he'll also be wanting those younger tyres. As he goes through, will he beat his time 1:24.7 by 0.2 of a second, and he'll have the fresher tyres. Sets time. I didn't see it. What was the time? Gets 5th place. Very well done to all of the drivers that made it into Q3, with your top 10 being Beard Boost, Bratz Cats, Danny JJ AO2, Ryan Hurricane, Flying Wallaby 19, Hazel, Low, Hutch, Asda, and Rem. Rem not setting a lap time there, perhaps didn't want to or just didn't need to. As the session comes to an end before our race. A very exciting qualifying session. The most exciting one I've commentated on in a long time. Hopefully the race can replicate. As we have all the drivers in the session for the first time since. Just got to wait for everybody to load in. Just waiting for the session to load in. I'm sure it won't take that long. As the session doesn't seem to be loading in, got to hope that somebody kept a record of the qualifying times in case we need to do another session. However, it could... there we go. Sorry about that. I've just been informed that we go at 9:05 and not straight off. That's a rule I didn't know, and I'm sorry for the viewers for feeding you lies. As we just use this time to relax, for the drivers to relax as well and figure out what will be the best strategy for them. Obviously the race will stay dry throughout, so they don't have to obviously think about having to use inters or wets. just very calm. If you're watching, this is calm time. See if we can fill this time with some, I don't know, some trivia, maybe? I'll say, I'm sorry if the chat room has been flooding as well, because I don't know. I can't see the chats at the moment. However, I've not had any notifications, so I'm just going to assume that we're all right. And the race will be starting in 30 seconds. As we get ready to have our formation lap. Obviously, the predicted strategy being as what it just said. It's our Jeb. I'm just going to say Jeb because I don't know. Joining in maybe late to the session. Which we are missing. Well, maybe just spectators. The drivers warm up their tyres. I shall remember to put the details on this time. So for those who can't read, our starting grid in order is Beard Boost, Ratskins, Danny JJ, 2, Ryan Hurricane, Ryan Wallaby 19, Hazel, Low, Hutch, Asda, Rem, Argo, Retroxy, ESP17, Scooby25, Zola, Damien155, Electric, ES, Turbo, and Patriot. Make up for a total of 8 XRL members. Drivers starting on the medium tyre, specifically the front 3 are all doing so. Everyone else seems to be Hazel, ESV starting on the hard tyre, perhaps taking the second from today's race. Same with Swing 5. Electrifix, ES, Turbo, Patriot. As cars all form up on the grid, hopefully I'll be able to see the lights, be able to count the drivers in. No, I won't be able to see the lights. What a shame. Start the race now. Unless I have just lagged out a bit, it would seem I have. Yeah. Apparently Patriot is in first place, however we will stay with Beard Boost. There's a bit of argy-bargy. I can see the Flying Wallaby and Hurricane coming together a little bit there, but I'm sure the first few corners. We focus on the front few for the time being. Sector 2, yellow flag, that is, I believe, Asda, yeah. Obviously spun around and put, he has lost 10 positions from his qualifying start and will be very unhappy. Saying that Hutch has just spun out and lost an end plate. Hutch getting a 10-second time penalty for exceeding top limits. Ooh, I wonder what he did do. However, he does have, I'm going to say, red ring damage on the right, so I'm sure he'll be very unhappy either way. And we'll get on to the second half of this race. Beard Boost already building quite the start on Rats Cats. It says DRS enabled, obviously it has not. Because the formation like was with turbo and Hutch going into pits. And that's weird. Why is it doing that? It's weird. I'll have to ask if anybody in game is seeing a difference in the leaderboard or whether it's just me. Maybe there will be something broken within the spectators in the game. Hazel and Low. And Rem. It being the first few laps, you would stay in which mix if you really wanted to, along with being as much overtake as you want. Hutch getting another time penalty. Also getting a 3-second time penalty, Rem getting a 3-second time penalty, and Electric Fritz getting a penalty. Come on lads, you gotta slow down, we're getting penalty times here. I cannot move fast enough. Danny JJ getting the DRS that he needs from the Alfa Romeo. May very well be able to flying YB19 on the next straight. Let's passing Patriot on the corner. I believe Patriot has just spun. Yes, he has. Yeah, that's the spin for both Mercedes in this session. Unfortunately for them, obviously as this is a nobody is losing any points here, as Damien gets a 3-second time penalty. Remember with this race is that it's only an exhibition, not any points at stake. This is just to see how the drivers do together. As I'll just watch over the middle, see if there are any interesting battles going on. Could be a battle for 6th place here for Low, Cargo and Hazel. They are only about a second within each other. To Cargo as he now gets the RS. Cargo make a move on the inside. No, he won't. He'll make a move on Low. He's still got the soft tyre. He could still make the move. So However, the battle up front is getting tighter and tighter after Ratscats gets the position, as I also saw Ryan Hurricane and XRL getting their positions. Low also getting a time penalty. Very easy track to extend on. Obviously, I'm sure these drivers will only get cleaner as time goes on, I hope. Watch the midfield battle, the long snaking train of cars going through the elbow. Gotta love the noise of a Formula 1 car in these games. Very much improved over the last few games. As Retro gets a time penalty. Giving every driver their equal screen share time as well, because I want to be a fair commentator. With Ratscats and Beer Boost within a second of each other as well. They will be fighting like dogs. Not that we condone that, of course, here at XRL. Is simply a phrase. As they come through the front corner, getting into what I believe is the actual 5th lap instead, as we see Ryan Hurricane hitting maybe quite early for some subtires, maybe had some damage. Low and Retro going too wide through to the elbow, just fighting out, getting through, and Low gets through just fine. However, he will also have the DRS that he doesn't have DRS, and so Retro will have the advantage. However, Retro is also on the faster tyre that will also degrade quite quickly. If you get Rem getting another time penalty. Don't know if anyone's keeping count of how many penalties there have been in the show so far. That'd be very helpful. Rage on. We see a fight growing for 10th position between Smoothie 25, Zola and ESP 17. And Zola will have DRS coming down the back straight. Smoothie 25 also going on the hard tyres, so maybe wanting to go for a soft at the end kind of strategy. Battling with Rem for 9th position. All mostly very close racing, which obviously as a commentator I am very happy to see. We also see Hutch getting a time penalty. Zola at DRS almost does on his Racing Point teammate. Ryan Hurricane getting a time penalty. Getting in a few places. There's any more very interesting racing going on. Nothing of note as of yet. So Ratscats getting another time penalty. Retro low and Hazel only 1.5 seconds separating the three. Turbo gets another take here. That's good defending there from Smoothie 25, obviously, and had to back off through the corner. As to get his 3-second time penalty. wonder if there actually will be anybody in this race that doesn't get the time. At this stage of the race, we'll also see a few cars pitting. We'll see mixed road strategies going on between medium and hard, as ESV 17 also gets a time penalty. It's safe to say there are a few groups of cars within this race. And JJ will probably be looking to attack from behind, flying wall. From a tyre that may very well have the advantage of durability as electric pits get time penalty, and so does Rem. Using all the available bits of ELC and Zola and Damien getting 3-second time penalties. Must be thinking, come on, I've got to catch this Alfa Romeo, got to get past him. Possibly, hopefully before he pits. Go further down the field a little bit. You see Lowe and Hazel starting to have a bit of a battle. Fighting for 7th position. Hazel getting a much better exit from that corner. Tries to go inside the curve a little bit. Obviously, he will have DRS as well. As he stays inside. Brave driving from the two players, a bit like watching Verstappen and Leclerc. Wheel-to-wheel action, and Hazel just backs off a little bit as he doesn't want to cause an accident. And that's somebody who has spun. That is Rathskas. The fast car will again Chapel, a very difficult track to get perfect. Unfortunately, that has also cost him second place. Very unfortunate for the local driver. I'm sure he will be absolutely gutted. Low and Casual still. As we also see the two Racing Point drivers fighting for position. Obviously, I'm sure they'll be hoping for something a little less Ocon, X-Perez, and Rathskas having another off there. Goes into the pits with a very dirty car. He must not be very happy. These guys coming in for their pit stops. Whether they will take these cars to the end with to have a second stop is completely up to them as they get a second time penalty. Right now is Damien 155 and ESV 17. It may not last very long as Damien is on the faster tyre. Their grip, as I can now see the two Alpha Tauri drivers are going to be fighting for position with Low very close behind them. The three white cars very close to each other and must wreck themselves. Now see both Alfa Romeos switching to position as well. Zoe gets another penalty. To get every perspective on a battle whilst they can. Final will be obviously losing plenty of places as he is in the pits. Every driver has hitted. Not yet. One. The top 5 5 drivers have not pitted as of yet. Maybe they can hold their tyre deg off as long as they possibly can. Let's watch our leader for a second. Just absolutely leave the pack behind. ESP 17 within 3/10 of each other. All of his overtake. ESP will have overtake and DRS, or very little overtake that he has left, and ESP completes the move. And oh no, Damien comes back out on the outside to reclaim his position. The Ferrari driver obviously thinking, no, this is my position, you can't have it. As his pit window opens. I will say for them as well, the implementation of the AWS has been very well implemented, I'd like to say. See Turbo get another time penalty. Then ESP going to have another crack at Damien 155, almost coming close to a crash there. As you see Patriot speeding in the pit lane, lucky boy. And I've just seen a McLaren as DNF'd. Will that cause a safety car? Unfortunately, it was Hazel that has spun off at Chapel. I can't get a proper view on him. If you look on the mini-map that we have, see a little orange dot in that moving. Over the time being, we have the virtual safety car. Choosing this time to come into the pits, see if the McLaren boys can make good with their only driver. The Danny JJ AO2, the only driver to have not pitted in this race yet. As we reach our halfway point, I hope, unless I've been very much mistaken and the game is telling me lies. We got a 3-second time penalty for ESP 17 as well. See, a very close battle will be emerging here for Beard Boost and Damien as Beard Boost chases down ES17. Ryan Hurricane getting a time penalty. Very fortunate that the safety car was only a virtual safety car and not a real safety car. As you see, Beard Boost having already lost part of his front wing after coming up with the pits. Instead, we're running a bit of a scuffle with ES17 as he just forces his way through and finds the Red Bull. Between ESP 17 and Damien. However, I feel that he's given a lot of screen time, so we'll watch Ryan Hurricane and Electric Fritzy low behind them as Electric Fritzy gets another time. Again, lads, can we hopefully get somebody that doesn't get time penalty in this race? That'd be fun. As Rem overtakes Electric Fitz there, as Low dives up at the inside of Electric Fitz. Low on older hard tyres than Electric Fitz is, but Low is going to make the overtake count and stay for a second. Fends him off quite valiantly. That Ryan Hurricane is breathing a small sigh of relief that he didn't have to deal with those drivers. Very massive amounts of space given as Retrixie runs massively wide, and Lowe just gets under his wing. Couldn't get any closer on F1 if you tried. Go through Chapel, nobody losing control there, not even a slip of traction. From Retrixie's perspective as well. Go up from behind, low. Both drivers will be wanting to fight for this position as much as they want. Even though this is essentially pointless race, it is still fun to fight positions. We had a yellow flag in sector 3. That is somebody. There it is. It's Electric Fritz. It's Electric Fritz. There we go. And he spun again on the red curb. Wonder if that was. I imagine he probably spun through the left right and will be bitterly disappointed with himself. Most likely a incident with cold, hard tyres. As we get a Asda has now spun out as well. First sector really starting to claim its victims. See both drivers starting to come together. I'm sure Fritz will be wanting to chase him down. Good luck to those drivers as we now get back to the action with Lowe and Fritz, as you see. Flying Wallaby, both the Alfa Romeos fighting for position constantly there. Be careful, boys. Teammates don't hit teammates, that would be very unfortunate. Fighting through the corner like wild animals. See both on the medium tyres. Cargo on slightly younger tyres though, so he will be wanting that position. And he gets it, and he'll have DRS as well to make it count. He also gets a time penalty. And they crash! They connect! That very well may be safety car. Nothing too damaged as of yet, but you see, those boys didn't take my advice and crashed into their teammates. I'm sure they'll have many words that I can't say here after the race. This small line of cars go through. Flying Wallaby going to be on edge now as he's got three drivers behind him within 2 seconds. Most likely to attack first. If he's able to make the move stick, and make the move stick on the outside if he can. Very from Ryan Hurricane, but he makes it stick, even if it takes him to go a little wide. Watch up a little bit, but he makes a move stick and gets a fantastic exit from those corners. And as you see, Damien in the pits. Again, Flying Wallaby will not be happy with losing the position and will want to fight back with Ryan Hurricane. Also having to defend from Retrixie in the Renault. And Lowe. All the way back to the fifth place is not what I was expecting. And Flying Wallaby takes a hit going through elbow, going through hook again. Whether that was his fault that time, I'm not very sure. However, the Alfa Romeo driver will still be very unhappy with having lost the position. battle for fifth place still go through the S's, down the backs in the RS straight. Obviously, for this, see if he can defend and attack at the same time. Go in to watch this freeway fight. Thank you, F1 game, for picking the correct camera for that transition to make it look awesome. As they get another 3-second penalty. I think I'm just going to stop announcing the penalties now. I'm just going to say driver, just going to say what the driver is, and you'll be able to read from the bottom. Rixie gets the RS with low behind him as well. Aiming so slightly through the back straight. Although they're getting another penalty. The important thing to notice as well is each driver, is a couple of these drivers are in yellow, have the yellow fuel sign, so those are under-fueling and will have to save fuel near the end of the race. Take a break from the for a second as we now watch the Red Bull boys take on the S's. Ratscats and ESV fighting with Ratscats getting the purple sector 2. Ratscat will be on the better tyres as ESV seems to be 17 lap on softs. I believe that may be a discrepancy, but I believe he pitted earlier on in the race. See if ESV can make a move stick. They're going through the corners. We'll run back with them in a bit as we now go back to Ryan Hurricane, Rixie and Low in the battle for 4. He's got sector 3 yellow flag. I believe that is as they're having spun. I think he will be very annoyed with himself as he will lose the position to Hutch and Mercedes as he very much does so. Again, back to Ryan Hurricane, Rixie and Low. Very close racing between these three. Within a second of each other. They will be hot in the hill. Rixie tries to make a move. Unfortunately, is too far back to actually make the move. The rest of him gets penalty. You can see Rixie is looking looking for those gaps, just like Senna. And that is that. As the spinning on hook again. Very well what that yellow flag might have been. But we will jump on with Beard Boost and Danny JJ AO2. Danny on pretty much fresh softs. Very cool that strategy possibly paying off if he can make this move. Flat out through Chapel. Danny JJ going a bit wide there, but still staying with the McLaren. Fast through Maggots and Beckett, and he will definitely get the DRS that he needs. Will it be enough to catch him by the end of the straight? No, but will he make a move? Also no. Again, going very wide for being on fresh soft tyres, perhaps pushing a bit harder than he really should be. The two front runners for this exhibition race will really be fighting for it. Who, Astor again spinning out. He's held by the little grey dot that was around elbow now will be followed by the 2 lead cars absolutely gunning for third place. Again, must be noted as well, these 3 are still battling for 4th. I believe the lead of the race is not set in stone, as Ryan Hurricane has spun. I spun through into the elbow. He will not be very happy with that at all, as he was fighting for that 4th. You see Ryan Hurricane just waiting for drivers to come past. Big Bruce having to move the fans will pause these drivers to move out of his way, and they do very easily. See, JJ will have to wait for these drivers or just dispatch them off straight away, just like he did then. There you go, and he's lost some time to Beer Boost, but probably not enough to make a difference. And again, that's as the spin there. I can only assume that his tyres are either massively worn or really, really warm. Because, say, usually the driver doesn't spin 3 times in a single lap. He's using as much DRS as he can. That JJ doing the same. Surprising he hasn't quite made the move yet. In the soft tyres against the hards, see the hard tyre very useful for long durability races, but then JJ will be wanting to make the move sooner rather than later. We've had a few penalties round up down there. Let's watch the move through. 2 tenths of a second, 3 tenths of a second. Gap just keeps on going down as Danny JJ has the DRS, has the goal to push it as hard as he can. Will he make a move? Going into the chicane? No, choose to stay behind as long as he can get a good exit out of this corner. He may very well be good. Setting as fast lap time as he possibly can. He's also used all of his DRS and is now under fuel, and he was under fuel for a second, I should say. I'll skip over to get further downhill, see how this fight between Wallaby, and that's a Mercedes that was spun. That was Patriot, absolutely lighting up his rears just to get back on the track. Go back to the fight. Idboost using as much and as little of the track as he possibly can there. JJ will be hoping to make the move within the last 3 or 4 laps of this race. Gets a really good exit to the corner. Only 2 tenths separate him from him and the lead of this race, and cannot make the move. And Electrifix getting a 5-second penalty for ignoring the blue flag. How dare he? So again, watching this race unfold before a commentator's eyes is very exciting. Obviously, as Danny JJ's soft tyres get older and older, they will lose grip, which could be his undoing, as he'll have to make those softs last as long as he possibly can. Gets a very good exit coming out of elbow, losing time on the McLaren. Goes through the corner, goes round hook. Again, not gaining much time on the at all. wanting to make the move sooner rather than later, and he has made it, not quite. Very much pushing the car to the limits though. Might come to bite back on him. Tries to go around the outside. Goes back in. Will he make a move on the inside of the chicane? No. Take back onto it. And the yellow flag was meaningless there. That's how these corners have come to the final 2 laps of this race. These drivers will be wanting this first place more than any other driver. How I was saying that as well, I don't remember Beard Boost getting any penalties. I know for a fact that Danny J did. I remember his name picking up at one point. However, he may very well have served that penalty time when he pitted. This screen gets a 3-second time penalty. Very much the, I hate to say this, dirtiest driver of the session. They're very deliberately using the to we'll look further down the field at Zola and Ratscats. Just to get another 3-second time penalty. Edge. We'll see, as it is the last corner, everyone will be, and as the spins again, there he is, and he's lost his front wing entirely. I don't know what will lose the position to Asda and Patriots. Jump back with our leaders. JJ knows he's got to make the move count without making it look dirty. Had an off, and I believe that is Ratscats. That was Ratscats as he just gets passed by his Red Bull teammate. And no, that's Danny JJ getting a time penalty. Really wanting that first place. However, he may not get it after all. He was doing extremely well to keep the feisty Renault driver behind him. Keep it on track. And JJ may have realised that he has lost the win for this race. But still will want to fight for it as we come to the last corners of the race. We go around for the final corner. It will be Beard Boost coming in for the win of this exhibition Grand Prix. And Danny JJ gets a 5-second penalty for an unserved time penalty. Cargo comes in third, only 2 seconds off. Danny JJ time very well could have made that position up had he not had any penalties. So we have Snoop 25 coming in to finish the race. So we have drivers further down the field finish beforehand as they have been laps, obviously. XRL Asda really not enjoying his time with the Haas this race. He'll be able to improve in the next. So Patriots on inside time penalty as we will just watch all these cars come home to claim what has been a interesting race. Again, Asda winning again, probably might be doing it on purpose now. And Asda will be the final car to finish this exhibition race. Whilst Turk and entries will will be taken into account for this final result. We have our final driver come into the last corner, puts his foot down, and finishes the race in what has been an amazing exhibition race. Must be very, very interesting for the driver. XRL Cargo getting the Driver of the Day award, very well done to him. But however, your top three celebrating now with bid boost, Danny JJ AO2 and XRL Cargo, all having a very good race. Well done to those boys for getting a podium. Obviously, we can take a look at the final grid order. There you go. We have 3 drivers that didn't get any penalties. Obviously, did very well. Had a few drivers finish with a lap behind as well. However, your final running order is Beard Boost, Danny JJ AO2, XRL Cargo, Flying Wallaby 19, Retrixie, Smoothie E25, Low Zola ES17, Damien 155, Rats Cats 92, Ryan Hurricane, Rem Hutch, Electric CX, Turbo, Patriot, Asda, and Hazel. Obviously finished last because of his DNF, the only driver to have DNS'd during this session. So that has been it for this XRL exhibition race. Very well done to the drivers that finished within the top 3, and obviously well done to all those who took part. However, I have been Jupwood, your commentator for tonight, and I bid you adieu.